Hi, welcome in to this video about something weird. We're going down the weird route today. Disclaimers, these are my thoughts and opinions. Also, I swear I do apologise about that. If you've not been here before, I talk about all sorts of random crap. At the minute, I'm being called to go back to the basics. And so I'm just doing videos on what the all is telling me to do. And when I woke up today, I had a doozy of a dream last night. I was fighting the establishment, or the Queen in particular. And it was something to do with childhood, which is why I think I'm on this thing. It was something to do with kids in education. Now, I can't remember what I was actually fighting them about, but I was actually winning, right? And we'd agreed to do a public debate. I'm like, right, let's speak about this. I'll put my thoughts across. You can say why you're doing what you're doing. I'm going to say why I think it's wrong what you do and let people make up their own mind, sort of thing. And I woke up, didn't I? I woke up with a right fire in my belly, and I'm like, and went back sleeping. I was saying, please take me back there. Please, I want to go back. I want to find out what it was that I was talking about. Now, from personal experience and the years that I've been doing whatever it is that I do, I have found that you don't need to actually remember what it was that happened in your dream. I remember years and years ago, I had, like when I first took my son out of school, he's now 21, coming on to 22, and he was 8 when I took him out of school. And I dreamt that I was having a conversation with somebody in a position of power, and they were like listening to me and everything, and they were going like, oh my God, why haven't I thought of this? And about a week or so later, this lady came round, this puppet of the system came round to ask why I was home educating, and I explained it, and literally her jaw was nearly hitting the floor, and she's like, I've never really thought about it like that, but yeah, you're so right. And then she left my house and basically just got somebody to write a letter saying, we're putting your son back in school. They didn't get him. I fought right up until he was 16, 8 years of fighting, right, the system. But the dream came true. Anyways, so when I got up, I was really excited about that. Went back to sleep, nothing happened, right? Even though I'd asked politely. But I'd got all that I needed to know. And when I did wake up, everything sort of unpacked and whatever. And so we're going back to my childhood, right? And how I was incorrectly educated, in my personal opinion. Now, if you agree with what I'm saying, please feel free to leave a comment. Please feel free to leave a comment if you disagree. You know, we're here to talk to each other. My whole point is to get us talking. Hopefully spark some ideas. Even if you don't speak to me about it, speak to other people about it. You know, if it resonates, let me know that I'm not on my own, because it does get quite lonely in here talking to myself. I know I talk to everybody, but ultimately I am talking to nobody but a little mobile phone. Shit one at that. So anyways, when I was little, my mum and dad, who were, RIP, Church of England, and they brought me up to believe that when you die, you cease to be. There's nothing, right? You cease to be. There is nothing. Now, not the hugest reader of the Bible, have many Bibles, I've read quite a bit of the Bible. Words of Jesus, fully behind. Rest of it, utter bollocks, in my personal opinion, right? But yeah, I came across something the other day, because I swear, and correct me, comments are there for a reason, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm remembering correctly, over the years, I've gleaned that you die and that's it. It's just blackness, right? And then eventually, some point in time in the future, Jesus is going to resurrect 144 people. Surely that's not right. So please educate me, you know, because I don't know. That seems a ridiculously small number out of billions. You know what I mean? There's 7 billion people on the planet at the minute, and we've gone through how many generations? So we've probably got trillions. I don't know if anybody knows that. Leave it in the comments. Interesting facty post. But I found out the other day, because I was looking for something else, because I had somebody in my inbox wasting my goddamn motherfucking time. So I looked how many minutes there are in the day, and there were 1,440. If that's got anything to do with this 144, you know, like, you know, numbers people. I've got a numbers guy who I probably can ask, but he's being a douche at me at the minute. Bless his little heart, so I won't ask. But if you're watching this, Chicky Pie, feel free to educate me. Yeah, so I was so sorry. So I was told, that's it, oof, gone, blackness, nothing. And my overthinking brain couldn't process that. I still now, at the age of 53, have panic attacks about that. Thanks. Do you know what I mean? Not my mum and dad's fault. That's just what they were taught. Right? These bastards know better than that, mate. You can't kill energy. You can't just wipe out energy. Just because the bit that you can seal, feel and touch, the bit that we're told is all that all is there, you can't kill the energy inside. Do you know what I mean? And the body will decompose and turn into something else. Why? The spirit can't just go. Physical impossibility, right? This has been proven by physics, surely, I think. I've seen somewhere. But literally it has tainted my life. The amount of panic attacks I've had trying to get, you know, like trying to get your head around infinity. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it. Do you know what I mean? And this whole, you know, like it's that drowning thing. I'm sorry that this is being really morbid, by the way. I am hopefully going to pick it up in a bit, but I'm letting you into my world. This is how I was brought up. This is how my life has been. Now, I've said on a video a little while ago that I actually want to do a video on aging, right? Because I'm hopefully in the middle bit of that. And so I've got my tales from when I was younger to compare to this, and I already know where I'm headed. I am going to be a fucking liability. Fully intend to be a fucking liability. But this is a different video. But part of what makes me who I am is the fact that I've grown up thinking this, that I'm heading towards nothing. Right, so I kind of want to, while I'm here, also I nearly died when I was 10. I lost my dad when I was 8, and so yeah. And since my mum passed away in 2019, panic attacks came back, all of this kind of fandango. I can't comprehend all of this. Anyways, when I woke up today, I woke up shock, and while I was processing everything, I'm like, what if? Well, you know, because like the work that I do, apart from when I do, you know, the celebrity shit and, you know, like what I see in the everyday world, my take on that, ultimately, I'm an esoteric kind of girl. I'm about the shit that them bastards have kept from us. I want people to know what our brains are capable of, that I'm experiencing. Right, so I share my story. Hopefully, out there, somebody goes, do you know what? That's kind of where I've come from, where I've got to as well. I think that that's right. Whatever, we join the discussions. As soon as we know, as soon as we communicate, we can get rid, right? But whilst we're here, you know, just rioting, overthrowing the patriarchy without knowing what they've kept from us and what it is that we are, we're never going to win, because they'll always hold that over us. So anyways, the thought I came up with this morning, please let me know if you agree or if you disagree or anything else. What if the dream world that's where you go when you die? That's where your energy ends up, in the other realm, in the other dimension. Your body here goes, but you go on. And so you just basically just think you're in a dream forever. You just carry on that until you're brought back or whatever. Just a what if, spitballing here. And what if, the heaven hell thing, if you have been a bad thing, what if that is just you're stuck in a nightmare instead of being in your good dreams where you have fun and you do all of the shit that your body won't let you do. It's like, in my dreams I can do all sorts, mate. I've got a cracking figure in my dreams. I really have. Well, I have done at times. When I focus on it, usually I don't. But if anything ever happens, I'm sorry about my ears, by the way. If anybody knows how to get rid of itchy ears, I've had it forever, my whole adult life, and it drives me insane. And I cannot. I've been to the doctors with it. There's there's no hope. And, I at the minute, no, if I tell you what I'm using at the minute, you'll shout at me. Be like, you're making yourself deaf putting that crap in there. But I just want anyways, that's by the by. So yeah, my work is to do with dreams. Them bastards, right, know about the power of dreams. And I've, I don't research other people's shit. I don't watch other people's shit. I go inwards. I go to source, and the source tells me what it is that I need to know. That's how I know that I'm right on so many things, that it's like, well, how can you possibly know that? It's like, because I've been told and then they've shown me elsewise. Do you know what I mean? So like once, I'll just go, I'll click links that seem irrelevant. I just go by the seat of my pants. It's like, I was liking it to Pet Cemetery, where their kid just whispers in somebody's ear. It's like, like when you see pictures in clouds and whatever, the clouds haven't been, well, they might have been, but I don't see it that way, that the clouds have been put there or that there's a love heart-shaped stone on the floor. It's that the universal energy that we're all a part of, your spirits, your guides, your loved ones, just everything just goes, look over there, look over there. And it's like, oh my fucking God. I have so many photographs of love heart-shaped clouds. I have a collection of love heart-shaped stones. Used to be huge. I don't really look anymore, but when I was doing that. And if I do see one, I do pick it up, but I've not for ages. But I go where I go. And one day I happened by this article by one C.W. Ledbetter, 33.333 recurring degree Freemason. And he was like, as we all know, the secrets that we possess are to do with life after death in the underworld or something like this. And goes on to mention dream navigation and whatever. Apparently the ancient Egyptians used to do dream work. There is something in this, and they know it, and they don't let us know. So, if I'm in my dreams and they're wanting me to know something so that I can tell you because they're keeping it from you, that's not why I'm here. That's why I'm here. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that perhaps what makes more sense, that we go through an entire life learning, progressing our energy for that energy just to cease to exist, or that energy goes back into a part that we all share to make the whole thing better? Now, that was my ex that taught me that, and I think he learned it from Star Trek or Star Wars. He was a very starry man. And yeah, uber grateful to the guy for entering my world, to be fair, because without him I wouldn't be here, or I'd not be this far along, that's for sure. But I think that makes more sense, that we're just all part of an energy stew, and that we come here to learn to make things better so that everything benefits. Sorry if this hasn't made sense in any point. And, you know, as with any video, if you've made it to this far, my darling, I owe you a bevy, and you have my unending gratitude. Likewise, if you're a subscriber, you have my own undying gratitude. And if you want to consider subscribing, if you've not, please do, because they're not all this maudlin. All my videos ain't this maudlin. And I do have a TikTok account for where I put the ridiculous stuff, to be fair. But yeah, I think, you know, like, it's worth talking about now. Anyways, please consider liking, because apparently that does something, I've heard from other YouTubers. And if you want to discuss it with me or with other people, you know, all of my work is shareable, like with anything on Facebook, because sometimes I'll just sit there for 2 hours and just write a rant, and people can share that too, as long as I get credit for it. You know what I mean? If you're going to put it down, I sit there and write something for 2 hours and you make out that you've written it, I'm not going to be like, yeah, go you, about that particular thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm being shitty about that myself. But yeah, so thank you for being here. Please come back again, and never forget that I love you all. We will get there. Promise. Bye.